Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to be doing a pick a card or pick a pile for your love life in the month of May. So I want you to really focus in on the pile or the image that is calling you. And once you connect with that pile, you can find the timestamp for your reading in the comment section down below and also in the description box. All right, I'll see you in your section. Hi, pile number one. All right, welcome to your reading. This will be all about your love life in the month of May, our current month, 2026. All right, so let's see what cards came out for you. I do have two oracle cards here, so, all right, nice. Pile number one, you got only you, and you also got soulmates. Okay, so it looks like you're going to be on a one-on-one type of connection for the month of May. I also got this energy of like, anxiety, or there's this energy of like you came out of chaos or mayhem. Maybe your past relationship or your past dating scene or chapter could have been a lot of chaos or a lot of mayhem, or could have kept you very anxious, like wondering what's going to happen next. You could have been dealing with someone who was juggling you. Maybe you were juggling people and that caused a lot of drama. So it feels like in May, you're coming out of that, like someone's only focused on you. There's no drama, there's no chaos, but there's almost this sense of like looking over your shoulder at all times, wondering when shit is going to hit the fan. Okay, but I'm here to let you know that in May, nothing's going to hit the fan. It feels like someone is really just focused on you and you don't have anything to worry about. Okay, so I want to let that be known before we get into your reading. This card, only you, it talks about someone who is focused just on you, someone who could be observing you, someone who could be watching you. There's no one like you. Okay. So this person feels like you're very special to them. You're near and dear to their heart. They feel like they haven't met anyone like you before. You have this uniqueness to this person. There's an energy of gratitude that this person feels for you. All right. Just by meeting you or dealing with you. Okay. And it feels like someone really, it feels like you guys could be taking things very slow or casual, but someone's already thinking about moving to the next phase or unlocking that next chapter, that next level up with you. We have soulmates here. This talks about the one, a deep love connection, a spiritual connection, and someone who could be your potential life partner. Also feels like this is someone who you will have marriage potential with. So, very special connection right off the bat. And yeah, there's something about one. You picked pile one. So you are really becoming this person's priority in all senses, not just romantically, but even in life. Like they're thinking about what do they need to do to prepare themselves to conjoin your lives or your lifestyles? What do I need to get in order with my career, with my finances, with my household, with my routine to be able to make you a part of it? Okay. So feels like you and this person are joining forces. The cards that are coming out for you is the Fool. So this is a very new experience for you. Again, I feel like you've dealt with a lot of chaos in the past. You could have had open connections, unconventional connections, connections where people were juggling you. Maybe you also, if it wasn't someone else juggling you, maybe you had a fear of commitment and or a fear of intimacy, someone getting close to you. And now you're moving into the chapter where someone is just focused just on you. Okay, so that feels really good. We also have the Moon here. Lots of insecurity surrounding this connection, and we're going to talk about that, okay? But it feels like, something feels so good and so right and almost perfect. You could be looking for something that's wrong, right? Because it feels too quiet, you know? You ever watch those movies and it's like, it's quiet in here, too quiet, okay? You're a little bit of a skeptic with that moon energy. There's also a energy of feeling confused. If things are going really well, you may have this energy of like, I don't know, there's like this guilt energy. It could stem from your inner child, where if you are getting something really good, there's some shame behind it, or it's hard for you to get adjusted or acclimated or feel comfortable in something that's going right. And last but not least, we have the Five of Cups. So you or this person definitely could be focusing on a past energy and not making space for the newness. Something is so fresh, okay, with the Fool. Definitely is a new beginning for you in your love life. It also is something that you have not experienced yet. So, a healthy, safe connection could be something that you haven't experienced in a long time, or maybe this is your first time. So, it just feels very uncomfortable. But you definitely have made strides to move towards this. You have manifested this. So, now it's coming into fruition. And it just feels not safe to feel acclimated in this new surrounding, this new relationship, this connection. Everything feels really new. Another thing with the Fool, I feel like this is someone that is outside of your normal type. Okay. So definitely, if you are single right now and this person hasn't come towards you yet, definitely do not look for what you usually go for. Okay. This is someone so different from what you have experienced in the past. There's some new adventures, new experiences up ahead for you and this person. And I see you taking a lot of delight in it. But again, with that moon, it just feels like, is there something that I need to know that I do not know? Is there something that I need to be made aware of? Or I'm a little bit of a skeptic. I'm a little bit of a pessimist. I'm a little bit jaded with the Five of Cups. Okay. So let's see what's going on here. First and foremost, who is this person who's going to be prioritizing you and only for you and only has eyes for you? Who is this person? How would you know who they are? Let's see. All right, Nine of Pentacles, definitely someone who has their shit together. I feel like this person has a really good career or they're doing really well in business if they're an entrepreneur. All right, it feels like this person has afforded themselves a nice lifestyle by doing a lot of hard work. They have gotten through the rough parts of life. And now they're in the part of life where life is really sunny, positive, optimistic. They could be living their best life. It also feels like this person is truly single, so they're not attached to anyone. It feels like this person also, something about their household is something that they're very proud of, whether they're a single parent or if they live alone. Making their house a home, making it very comfortable and luxurious is something that they're very, very proud of. So you guys could spend a lot of time in their home. All right. But yeah, this person is very independent, by the way, as well. So even them thinking about how they can include you and prioritize you is so different for them as well. Okay. Yeah, Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy. We have Aries, Aquarius energy here. We have Cancer, Pisces, and maybe even a little bit of Scorpio, okay? But yeah, Nine of Pentacles, definitely someone who's well put together, someone who has great fashion sense about them. They can be very fashionable, someone who likes luxurious experiences and dates and adventures and maybe even luxurious hobbies and interests. Someone who has been able to afford themselves a really nice lifestyle by doing the work. They're no longer in the rough part of life. Okay. So this person has, gotten really responsible. They have matured a lot. So this is not someone who's immature. They have a lot of wisdom and experience. Okay. And now they're ready to lock in with you. So that's really nice. I love that. All right. Now, also, Eight of Swords on the bottom of the deck. So, this is someone who has not allowed themselves to experience true love. So, this is definitely a new experience for them as well. Just as it's new for you in a sense of maybe a very calm love life, it's very new for this person to step out on a leap of faith and lock in with someone because they've been doing it all alone for a long time. All right. So, that's what I'm seeing here. Clarify the Fool. There's something about someone's AC, right, in their house. It may go out and this person they're going to, like, I don't know, there's you could be on the phone with someone and they're like, "Yeah, my AC went out." And you're like, "Oh, do you need anything?" This person is very independent. They like to take care of their responsibilities by themselves. This is not someone who's going to push off their responsibilities on you, even if they're going through something that's burdensome or even if they're going through something that may be a little bit of an inconvenience. They always figure it out on themselves by themselves. Okay. So it may be hard for this person to learn to what true partnership is and having someone in their corner and having someone who's reliable and dependable. They really are very generous towards you, but they have a hard time receiving help. So that's another clue about who this person is. All right, tell me about the Fool. All right, Five of Wands. When you do meet this person, you guys do have a little bit of challenges happening in your lives separately. Okay, like for example, there could be like a petty argument going on with your family or even in your friend group for this person. Maybe their work life, their career life, there could be a little bit of competition or rivalry happening. So there is some type of petty energy there. I also get this energy of competition. Like when you meet this person, when they meet you, or as you guys are deepening your connection, there's competition from your friends. Okay. There could be friends who feel a little bit jealous, not in a way where it's toxic, but more so like, dang, I wish I could have met someone like that, or I wish I could have a vibe like that in my own connection. So you guys are definitely the epitome of successful connection to other people around you. So you may pick up on that. You may pick up on a friend or maybe even a family member that feels a little bit left out in the cold. Like, when is my Prince Charming gonna come? All right, there's a little bit of hesitation with that. I also see that people are going to be a little bit jealous because your person is the King of Cups. So not only are they very emotionally mature and very wise person, they love you really hard and they love out loud and they don't mind showing it to the world. Okay. This person's much of a romantic. All right. And so I see people kind of like, looking over and being like, damn, I wish I had that as well. All right. So that's what I'm seeing. Let's see what else is here. You and this person are going through a transition. They're going through a transition of, independence to now, some type of joint situation. And you're going from maybe a lot of chaos in your love life to a very calm, smooth sailing type of energy. All right, let's see what else is here. Yes, Strength card. I really like this when this comes out romantically because this talks about someone who's faithful. We always want a faithful partner or someone that we're dating to only have eyes for us and not have a wandering eye. So that's confirmed with that. This person also has really great discipline about themselves. They're very disciplined to their routine. Obviously, with that Nine of Pentacles, they became successful from learning those harsh lessons early on and now being very disciplined towards their goals or whatever the method to their madness. This talks about someone who's very brave too. So this person could have seen relationships as a detriment, maybe something that held them back, maybe something that would cause drama. And they're being very brave to step out into the unknown and, be open to love, be receptive to love. Okay. Also, another kind of mannerism that you can know about this person, they hold back. They don't always have to say what's on their mind. There's this saying where it's like it's never a good time to give unsolicited advice. Like, who can, you don't have to be the guru for everybody's life. You can shut up sometimes and let people vent, or you can let people live without trying to control the situation by putting on your wisdom on them. That's who this person is. Like, they're very wise, but they don't feel the need to condemn people by sharing their wisdom, or kind of like toxic wisdom. Okay. So you may see that this person kind of holds back from saying things. Like, say you're around your friends, your family, your friend is going through some type of drama. You may see them make a face, but they're not going to say anything. Or even in conversations with you, this is someone who does not have to win at all costs, right? They don't have to debate you, down into the ground. They let you have your opinion, they respect it, and then they're quiet. They receive it. There's no rebuttal. Okay. So there's something about this person. They have really good emotional regulation, very emotionally mature, is what I'm seeing. The last time this person was in a relationship, they were deeply committed. This could have been someone that they thought was their life partner that they were going to go all the way with, and that ended in heartbreak. So they may also share that with you. Okay. All right, the Moon. Let's see what is up with this insecurities or, just fear. There's a lot of fear surrounding this connection. Let's see what that's about. Someone is too focused on what happened in their past relationship versus experiencing the new. That's where the fear is coming from. Clarify the moon. Someone could also be meeting this person in the midst of healing from their past, right? It's like I'm healing, but I'm not all the way healed. You know, God is still working on me type of energy. And then you meet the one. So it's very interesting. Same about the moon. Yeah, the chariot, okay? Someone is very worried about the future. Like, what does the future hold? And is this going to be a successful connection? It feels like it's going to be successful, but there's no guarantee. And I'm nervous about that, okay? So there's a little bit of fear about the forward movement of the connection. How far will it go? Is it going to be a success, or am I going to fall on my face again? There's also a little bit of insecurity surrounding someone's career. Okay. If someone's very well established in their career and they kind of know what they're doing and they understand their life path and their life purpose, there could be another person in this connection who's still trying to figure that out and could be a little bit confused about their life path, their career path. And so there's a little bit of insecurity surrounding that. Also, there could be insecurity surrounding a car, okay? Someone's means of transportation. There could be insecurities with that as well. All right, what else is here? All right, the Emperor. You definitely are dealing with someone who is like, they got you, okay? This person's got you, the Emperor, all right? This is someone who, like, the Emperor is like father energy. So it's someone who not only are they really good with their own responsibilities, they're also really good at being a leader and being responsible for other people. If there's some type of doubts about finances or your transportation or your career, this is someone who's very committed to helping you find that out or solve those issues, okay? So you definitely have someone who's a provider here with the Emperor. You have someone who's a leader. You have someone who really is good with guidance. This person's got your back. So if you're the one who's a little bit insecure about the relationship, maybe feeling like you should be farther ahead, comparing yourself to this person's success, this is someone who's made for that shit. Like, they don't care where you are now. They care about you, and they're very committed to your well-being and how you're going to succeed moving forward, especially with the Chariot. All right, 5 of Cups. Someone still has pain over their past relationship or past romantic connection. So it kind of keeps this person in a place of fear, anxiety, self-doubt, all right, or even just fearing what the outcome will be between you and them. Tell me about the 5 of Cups. Yeah, anxiety. All right. 9 of Swords. Someone overthinks too much about maybe how someone feels about them, what someone's thinking about them, what someone thinks about their lifestyle, what someone thinks about their finances. Does this person see forward movement? Does this person see a future with me? Am I marriage material? All these things that kind of are creating a lot of negative thinking in someone's mind. It's important for you to know, if this is you, that a lot of these thoughts stem from your past situation and not your current. Okay, so it's really important to separate the faulty past with your corrective present. Okay, do not mix the two, do not intermingle the two. This is a new situation with a clean slate, and you should really enjoy and experience it for what it is versus putting all of the fears that were kind of put on you from your past onto this new one. All right, so try to get out your head, because what you are believing in could be illusion versus what the reality is. All right, 3 of Pentacles. You have a true partner here. Someone who's going to be on the same page as you, someone who wants forward movement, someone who's very dependable, reliable. This is not someone who just quits on you, maybe because you have a problem at hand or you're still trying to figure things out. They're actually here to help you figure things out. All right, this person is willing to invest in the situation no matter what. I think it's a big difference from what you've dealt with in the past. Okay. So that's what I have for your May love reading. Looks like you're going to be stepping into a really strong union. Let me get you some more cards here. Give me 2 cards for pile number 1. What do they need to know about their love life in May? What do they need to know about their love life in the month of May? All right. What do we have here? We have the King of Ariel. All right. So you or this person who's coming towards you for your romantic connection in the month of May is the King of Ariel. This person is successful, stable, accomplished, and powerful. And this message on this card says your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success and using your resources wisely. Okay. So this could be a message of success for you or even the person that you're dealing with. Nonetheless, you or this person is successful, stable, accomplished, and powerful. Very powerful enough to push this connection into the right direction. Okay. And we also have Six of Raphael. This one says, embrace your inner child, new friends or rekindled relationships, children or childhood. Usually, with this energy, it feels like this is someone that you may have known growing up or someone that you knew from the past. It also could be an energy of someone new coming into your life that you're going to get acclimated to and adapt to their energy very quickly. It's because this person has a very comforting presence, so this could be your comfort person. This is someone that you can't help when you're around them to feel very calm and situated and taken care of. This is the type of person that when you get around them, you get sleepy because they're almost like your comfort. Okay. So Six of Raphael. And that's what I have for you, pile number one. I hope that you guys enjoyed this. Please like the video before you go. Comment down below. Let me know what's going on with you. Subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed as of yet. And also, guys, if you do want your own personal love reading for the month of May, I do have those available. You can check it out on my website. The link will be in the description box down below. All right, bye. Hi, pile number two. Welcome to your reading, your love reading for the month of May, what you can expect in your love life. All right, so let's pull your cards and see what's going on. I have two oracle cards here. All right, your first one is Foresight. Your second one is secrets. Okay, so you definitely are someone that has been lied to a lot in your romantic connections. It's really hard for you to trust people, I feel. Okay, it's really hard for you to trust people. So there could be either someone that may have lied to you in the past coming towards you in the month of May romantically, or even if this is a new person coming towards you, you just may have a hard time trusting based off of things that transpired in your past. So with that foresight, this is like foreshadowing. You're foreshadowing some type of lie or liar energy or someone keeping a secret from you, okay? You're very much a skeptic when it comes to your love life. So foresight talks about in the future, few days to weeks. Maybe you're going to be meeting someone very soon if you're single. Few months, and also direction forward. Okay, so foresight. And then we also have secrets. So this is like you could be someone who's afraid of being caught up in some type of love affair. You could be keeping things inside. Maybe you're a very private person, or you could be very reserved at first, not willing to open up all the way. There also may be a fear of intimacy, someone getting so close to you if you feel like you don't trust them, okay? You could be not opening up, and you also could be believing in illusions instead of reality. So keep that in mind. Something has definitely done a number on you where you just are not so trusting as you used to be. That innocence has been wiped, okay? You're like, I don't trust easily, boo. Okay, so that's what's going on here. Your cards coming out is the Seven of Wands. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. All right. So, yeah. definitely attracting someone who has long-term potential with you, someone that you're going to be doing life with. This could be someone that you're going to be building a family, a strong foundation, even a legacy together. Okay, so this is definitely someone very important coming towards you. It feels like your guard is very much up with that Seven of Wands. It also feels like someone really has to try really hard to prove you wrong, that you can trust them. You're just not going to take their word for it. And it takes time, okay? There's a lot of patience that you or someone has to have in this connection for you to feel comfortable or for them to feel comfortable. So it's one of you who has really strong trust issues. And I see that someone is going to prove the other person wrong, but it's going to take a lot of time. It could take months, okay? Seven of Pentacles, before someone truly trusts someone to feel like, okay, I'm safe. Let's talk about the person coming towards you. Give me some messages, please, for pile number 2. Who is this person that's coming towards them in love in May? Who is this person? How would they know who this person is? All right, Six of Cups. All right. First and foremost, this person could definitely be someone that you are familiar with. Okay. So this could be someone that you grew up in the same town together. Maybe you went to school with this person. This could be someone from your past. You could be opening yourself up to an ex. Okay. So that makes sense if you're having a hard time trusting them. Maybe they weren't the most trustworthy in the past. But even if this is someone new coming towards you, this person feels very, very familiar. All right, you guys could have grew up with the same values, or maybe in your household, you guys were raised kind of similarly in different, lives. This could be someone who is your comfort person or growing to be your comfort person. This is someone that really has a lot of nostalgia. Okay, you guys kind of share the same nostalgia. You guys could like similar interests or hobbies. And I definitely see a lot of familiarity with this person. Definitely makes you feel comfort, like it's your comfort person, but I do see a struggle for that to be mutual in the beginning. It feels like one of you is kind of holding out, even if you feel very comfortable, not allowing that, putting on a very strong boundary or having a really high guard up before allowing this person to come completely in. Okay, so Six of Cups is here. What else do we have here? We have the Lovers, so definitely a soulmate with the Lovers. This is definitely someone who's going to have your best interests at heart moving forward. If this is someone from your past, I definitely feel like this person has changed a bunch. Okay, they changed. They could have changed in their behavior, their way of thinking, maybe in how they take action. They could change, their hairstyle. They could change in their looks, their physique. Okay, so something has changed for the better with this person. Definitely someone who is very intentional with you. So maybe it wasn't always this way with this person, but nowadays, yes. And if this is a new person, definitely a switch up from what you're used to dealing with. Someone very intentional with the Two of Wands and the Lovers being here. All right. I do feel like in the beginning of May, for sure, there's a heavy guard up with the Seven of Wands. Someone has to always prove themselves to the other. Okay. So it feels like someone's being tested a lot, or, someone just always has to defend themselves, prove themselves to this person who may be very, like, lacking trust. Tell me about the Seven of Wands. Emperor. Okay, this person is very responsible with their actions. It feels like this person from this relationship, it makes them more responsible. Emperor energy. All right. This could be Aries energy, by the way. We have Aries, Leo, Sag. We also have heavy earth signs, so Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. It feels like this relationship makes this person more accountable and responsible, like really having to watch what they say, watch what they do, make sure that they're making the best choices, not only for themselves, but also for the health of the connection. All right. So it's like if I live my life very, you know, frivolously or carefree in the past, I can't do that anymore because I have someone here that if I make one wrong move, they're going to drop me. and I don't want to be dropped. So now I have to really be intentional with every move I make, everything that I say, making sure that I do not get myself into any scene that it looks like it could be something. All right. So someone is definitely becoming the emperor through this connection. I also feel like this person takes care of a lot of moving parts. They could have a really high role in their career. They could be a manager or a leader of some sort. They also could be the breadwinner or leader of their family. So they do not only take care of their own bills, but they could be taking care of like their mom's bills or their siblings. Okay. They have this deep level of responsibility. With the emperor in romantic terms, this is someone who's very serious about their connections. Not the most lovey-dovey romantic person, but they do take their connection very seriously. And their counterpart, whoever they're dealing with, is a very serious person as well. This person's like, do not fuck with me, okay? Or don't do anything to F up because I will drop you. So two very serious energies with each other. All right. This is the type of relationship where you and this person being in the same room is a deep level of comfort, but you guys necessarily don't have to speak to each other. Like you could be watching a show, they could be scrolling on their phone, they could be working in the room, you could be reading a book. We don't have to exchange words, but being in close proximity gives this deep sense of comfort. All right. So very serious is what I'm seeing. Like, how are you and this person even meeting? Okay. Or maybe this is someone from your past. All right. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands. All right, Eight of Swords, okay? Be careful of self-sabotage with this person. If this is you, or maybe they need to be careful of self-sabotage. It feels like someone is very accusatory of certain things that are nothing, all right? So Eight of Swords is like because of your fears, because of your doubts, you may take action that will be a detriment to the connection. This is like, calling someone out for maybe talking to other people, but then when you look at the evidence, they were never talking to other people. And that can get old very fast, okay? So there is an energy of self-sabotage coming from you or from this person where someone just has a lot of fears. And so they kind of like, they could be very accusatory, or they could be calling things out for what it's not. Okay. It's like believing in illusions versus what the reality is, and being so fearful of being played. Okay. So there is definitely someone here who just definitely questions the other person's intentions all the time. And it can be a little exhausting, is what I'm seeing. But what I do see with the Emperor and the Seven of Wands, this person is always ready to prove themselves to you or you to them. So someone kind of like really, I don't know, it keeps someone on their toes, all right, with the Emperor. It definitely gives them a deeper sense of responsibility here. What's the Seven of Pentacles? Now, what I am seeing with that Seven of Pentacles, there is a high, I don't want to say high, but there is a higher chance of pregnancy with this connection, okay? So that could be another thing. Life is very funny sometimes, and when you're trying to run from something that may be for you, there could be themes or things that happen that lock you into that. And so there's almost this energy of entrapment, okay? Like someone wants to be able to run, whenever they want to, but if there is a chance of pregnancy, it's like, no, you actually have to deal with your fears. You can't just run, okay? So there is a higher probability of pregnancy between you and this person, is what I'm seeing, that almost causes someone to face their fears. And I know that kind of feels like a little bit toxic, but it kind of feels circumstantial, like it feels like it's fated, okay? So look out for that. All right, tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. There's also a deep reflection or realization that someone's love life has not been the most fruitful because they have been so almost in self-sabotage, right? So say this person or you have met other people, but it hasn't went far. The culprit could be self-sabotage versus someone actually doing something. All right. So that's another realization that I'm seeing. This is someone who's not going to run from that. Okay. They're not as fearful. Same about the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Something definitely is fated here. Could be fated pregnancy, could be fated that this person returns into your life a changed person, could be fated that you and this person are meeting. They could be the right person for you. So, Wheel of Fortune. Also, your circumstances are changing. So, if you had a lot of liars in your past, this is someone who has integrity and honesty and is going to do right by you. There could also be a lot of blessings coming from this union. Okay. So as you and this person are getting together, getting more serious, you could see that certain manifestations that you wanted for yourself unlock with you and this person being coupled up. All right. Three of Pentacles. I do see that someone's reliability or dependability is going to prove something to someone. It's going to mean a lot. Someone who's going to show up for you when you are down and out or when you're in need without any questions asked is going to let you know that this is the right person for you. So if you're the person who's kind of like questioning this connection or you have a tendency to self sabotage, another confirmation that this is your soulmate or the person that you're meant to be, they're going to have your back in times where maybe past people did not. So if you're ever in need of something financially, maybe, something unlucky happens to you and you need help. This person really shows up for you in ways that other people have not. All right. They're a true partner. This person's going to be on the same page as you. I see that you and them have similar values. Okay. Also, similar values when it comes to parenting. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I also feel like your family and your friends are going to back this person up. They could, like, if you're bringing some type of issue or concern to your family or friends, they may have this person's back, not to undermine you, but almost to get you to see a better side of things, to change your perception. They also believe that this is a good person for you. So there's a lot of confirmation that this could be the one. All right. And we also have the Ten of Pentacles here. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles. Again, I see your family really welcoming this person. They really like this person. You and this person will achieve the epitome of success. You guys will have something that people will envy. Okay. That's what I'm seeing. Like you guys could have like the big house. You guys may drive the nice cars. You guys may have the really beautiful family. All right. You guys could have great like career success, being a power couple. So you guys will have some type of achievement in this lifetime that other people will envy. Talking about the Ten of Pentacles also could be a lot of wealth. People do envy wealth as well. Talking about the Ten of Pentacles here. All right, Five of Pentacles. If you were struggling financially, again, another blessing that could be unlocked from this connection is prosperity, abundance, and wealth. So if you have had a hard time unlocking your wealth frequency or moving to the next level financially, it happens in this connection. All right. You have one of those birth charts where it maybe shows like when you do get married, your wealth increases. All right. So there's something like that happening. Let's see what else is here. Five of Pentacles. All right, High Priestess is here as well. Intuitively, you will know that you and this person will have the family, the house on the hill. You guys will have a lot of success in life. That's something that whoever this person who's a little bit scared or fearful or has a hard time trusting, intuitively, they will know that. Also, I see a lot of quiet wealth, like you and this person building behind the scenes. You guys could be the private couple, not really, posting each other on social media, not really showing all of the excitement in your life, kind of doing things behind the scene with the High Priestess. Also, a very reserved energy. Again, I get two very serious people. Doesn't feel like you and this person are social butterflies at all. So there's an element of privacy. There's also privacy when it comes to your wedding or being married. You could have a very private, small wedding, or you and this person could even elope. All right. So something with that as well, how you guys commit to each other, what you guys commit to when it comes to your joint goals. just very private. That's something that really confirms that you can trust this person. They don't have a big mouth, you know, and they know how to keep secrets. They know how to keep things private for your sake. If that's something that allows you to sleep well at night, they're not the type of person to show off. They're not the type of person who, if you're telling them to keep something private, they're going to go run and tell someone. So you guys have a very private, abundant life, is what I'm seeing. And I'm also seeing quiet wealth. Okay. All right, let's get some cards to see what else you need to know about this connection or your love life in the month of May. For pile number 2, what else do they need to know about their love life in the month of May 2026? What else do they need to know? All right. We have another pregnancy confirmation, okay? But we'll get to that. So you have leap of faith. And this card says, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. Okay. So even if you're a little bit fearful, or if this person's fearful and has a little bit of trust issues, take a leap of faith. You'll be happy where you land with this person. And then we also have Empress here, which is the pregnancy confirmation. All right. But other than that, Empress is also like, whatever you and this person touch in life will turn to gold. So there's definitely wealth building here. There's also an energy of pregnancy. There's energy of like whatever you guys start together will grow into magnificent amounts. Okay. It says time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious or abundant resources. All right. So yeah, that's really nice. All right, guys. So make sure to like the video before you go. Comment down below. Let me know what's going on with you. Subscribe to this channel if you have not subscribed as of yet. Also, if you would like your own personal love reading for the month of May, definitely check out my website. The link will be in the description box down below. All right, guys. Bye. Hi, guys. This is for you if you picked pile number 3, image number 3. All right. So this is all about your love life in the month of May 2026, and we're going to jump right into it. I have 2 oracle cards that I pulled, so let's see what they have for you. All right, so we have emotions, and we also have illuminate. Okay, very interesting. All right, so I feel like I'm speaking to someone who has been kind of detached for a while. All right, I don't know where that comes from. Usually that energy could come from going through a really tough time in life. You could have went through a tough time romantically, or you could have went through a tough time just in life. Maybe you've been really focused on other things like your finances, your lifestyle, your household. Maybe you've been prioritizing yourself and taking a break from dating. And in that detachment, you know, you kind of lose emotion. You could kind of like have this energy of not caring for much, you know? And so I do feel like in the month of May, your emotions are coming back. All right. So you are kind of exercising that heart muscle and you're starting to feel deeply again. So this card says emotions. It says that your emotions will be like waves. They'll be in and out. So you can go from feeling very detached to feeling really deeply in your emotions. All right. It talks about your emotions crashing and unpredictable emotions as well that could be coming towards you. Maybe you also may be meeting someone very spontaneously, or your emotions could be reawakening for someone that you already know that for a long time you have been detached from. All right. So we have emotions here. And then we also have illuminate. This card says revealing the truth. I feel like if someone has like a crush on you or has been admiring you from afar, they're finally going to let you know how they feel, or maybe you could be letting someone know how you feel. Okay, it does feel like it's going to open up the possibility of a love connection. There's a confession that could be coming towards you in May, and someone's going to be shedding light on the truth. All right, so something to do with your romantic life, which is very interesting. All right, the cards coming out for you. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords. And we also have the Knight of Cups. All right. So this is really an energy of like you can have both. You can have the great career. You could be the person who's really focused on your goals. You could be changing up your standards, your behavior, your mannerisms. You could be building your finances, and you could also have love as well. So I don't know if you've just been really focused on your goals, your priorities, your finances, your career, but it feels like the universe is opening up the possibility of a love connection and kind of trying to show you you can do both at once. I do get this sense with the Four of Swords that you have been really taking time for yourself. You could have been doing a lot of reflecting about your past, what you don't want to do again, what you don't want to invite in, and what you do. All right. I do get this energy of meditation or just being in a very calm space, which could be the right time for you to be open to love. There's also this energy of like taking a break from dating or taking a break from the social scene, really just centering and grounding yourself here. Also, have you been napping a lot, sleeping a lot? Does it feel like you can nap for days? Like even when you do wake up from a really good sleep, you still feel like you could just lay back down. There's an energy of your nervous system regulating. Okay, so that could be what it is. Anxiety could be leaving you if you used to be a very anxious person. And again, it just feels like your body is almost flowering, like you're preparing yourself for some type of union. All right. So that's what I'm getting with that. We're going to clarify these cards, of course. But first, let's talk about who's coming towards you. All right. So, who is coming towards my pile number 3 in love in the month of May? Who can they expect? How would they know who this person is? Give me some messages, please, for pile number 3. All right, we have the Knight of Swords. I think this is the Knight. Hold on, let me make sure. Is this the Knight or the Page of Swords? Hold on. Okay, it is the Knight of Swords. All right, sorry about that. All right, so you have the Knight of Swords here. Whoever this is someone who's making a decision on you. Okay, so there's some type of turning point that's about to happen, that someone is making a decision about you and then they're taking direct action right after that decision. Someone could have been a little indecisive about revealing something to you or choosing to pursue you. They're finally going to make that decision, and they're going to take direct action based off of that decision. Also, Knight of Swords for me always feels like someone who's coming in at the last moments, right before a chapter is about to close. For example, maybe, if this person was not going to act, pretty soon you could have been snatched up by someone else, and then you would have been off and married. And that would have been the end of this run for this person. They would not be able to get a second chance. Or this person could have felt like they're about to miss an opportunity with you. So it definitely feels like some type of truth telling, or someone is revealing or confessing their love for you or their interest in you. But it feels like this person is having like a do or die moment where they feel like, if I don't do this now, I'm going to miss out on you forever. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Wands. So this person could be sensing some competition around you. They may feel like there's a lot of people who are watching you or interested in you at this time. And before things get spooky for them, they want to shoot their shot. All right, Five of Wands. Also, they could have also been someone who was waiting on someone to tell them what to do, or maybe they're waiting for you to challenge them to come towards you. That never came. So again, like it's like, even if they've been hiding their feelings, how would their friends know to, gas them up to come towards you? Or if they're not revealing their feelings to you, how would you know and challenge them to come towards you? Okay, so that never came. And so this person feels like they definitely need to make their move, like in May. That's what I'm seeing here. All right, this person doesn't want to be discontent with just waiting behind the scenes and never making a move, and then you just moved on. All right, so yeah, Knight of Swords. Also, something about cars could be very significant. Whether this person's like in a car club, or this person has, many cars, or this person could work in the industry of automobiles. Okay, so yeah, that's something very significant. This person could be a car guy, a car girl. They may really like cars, so something about that. All right. So yeah, that's how you would know who this person is. So as far as I'm seeing, you are the Queen of Pentacles or the King of Pentacles. You're really, really focused on the bag right now. You also are focused on cleaning up maybe your behavior. All right, Pentacles always gives me like someone who has a really great reputation or someone who's building a really great reputation. So you could be gearing up to change the way that people view you. And that doesn't have to be just public opinion. That could be the people's closest to you. Like maybe you really want to be well respected in your family. Maybe you want to be very well respected in your industry, your field of career. All right. Or just by the masses, by the collective. You want to be a very respectable person. Your standards could be increasing as well. So there's something changing in like what you get your hands into and what you don't, your activities, your interests, um, your values, all right, and also behavior, and also your finances as well. You could be moving towards making a lot of money in your career. All right. So Queen of Pentacles. You also are attracting people who do want commitment with that Queen of Pentacles. You're attracting people who give wifey or hubby energy, or are looking for marriage, or looking for a deep commitment with you. All right. So Queen of Pentacles. There's also could be a little bit of intimidation of the people who do have interest in you. So if people have not been coming towards you, you definitely give like, high standard, high society vibes that maybe people feel like they don't match up to, or you give like a do not disturb energy with the Four of Swords. So it's interesting how brave this person could be coming towards you in the month of May. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. What's interesting about your pile, I made the thumbnail before I started. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think your picture has someone with a sword. And it's interesting that your person is the Knight of Swords. Okay. So, very intelligent person, very intellectual. All right. Someone who is not like the most lovey dovey type of personality, but definitely someone who's making a decision. All right. Tell me about the Queen of Pentacles here. All right, 10 of Wands, okay? And then what else is here? Five of Pentacles. Wow. You definitely are someone who's felt overlooked, outcasted, undervalued in life, okay? Whether that was in your own family, maybe in your friendship groups, maybe in society, maybe even growing up, being in school. You definitely felt like the outcast or the lone wolf or the black sheep. Okay, so there's definitely this energy, and it's been really hard for you to change how people view you. I don't know what that's about, or change like maybe like get the respect that you deserve. It's been really hard for you to get that. You're finally stepping into that chapter, but it wasn't an easy feat. It definitely took some exhaustion. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of having to prove yourself over and over again. And so I do see why you have been very detached, okay? Especially if you've been super undervalued in life, or even romantically, like not attracting the most generous partners. I definitely see why you have been very detached romantically, because for yourself, you think of yourself very highly. But when it comes to maybe in romance, not always the people who respect that come towards you. All right. So this definitely has not been an easy feat for you with the 10 of Wands. You definitely been through some things. You also could have felt like your love life just was not thriving the way that you feel like it should have, but that could be changing in May. All right. Wow. Yeah, definitely changing in May. What you don't see coming with the moon is that you are attracting someone who, um, hmm, interesting. Definitely attracting a higher level of commitment than what you've dealt with before. Okay. Let's see. Tell me about the Four of Swords. I see you minding your business when this love comes in. Exactly. Four of Swords, minding my business. I'm in do not disturb. I'm meditating. I'm resting. I'm napping. I'm reflecting. You're not even looking for love, and then it enters your life with that Ace of Cups. Okay. So definitely a new beginning and love coming towards you. Someone who's been watching you. All right. Keep in mind this person has been watching you. See that eye there? Someone has been watching you here. I definitely get this sense that, your love life has been very unfulfilling in the past, especially with that Four of Cups. Anyone who has tried to come your way, you feel like they don't match your standards. You want something more. So, your love life just never felt good enough. All right. And I also feel like this person has been very discontent and unfulfilled, just watching and not doing. So that's about to change. What else is here? All right. So someone shoots their shot here. Ace of Cups. What else? When you're minding your business, or maybe you do this to someone, you shoot your shot when someone's minding their business here. It does feel like someone, okay, Five of Swords, either this is someone that you've been on the outs with, like maybe the last time you guys communicated could have been a really tough argument or a fight, or maybe hitting below the belt, or something ended really harshly. Or this could be coming during a time where you feel maybe attacked by a lot of people, or this person feels attacked by a lot of people. Could be heavy competition, could be rivalry, okay? Could even be some type of drama with the enemy, someone that you consider an enemy, all right? But this does feel like this time, if this is someone that you've had a really tough situation with in the past, it feels like this time is definitely going towards a deep commitment. There's like, it's here to stay. Maybe before it was a fluke, but now it definitely has more meaning or more purpose with it. And it's very much shocking, okay? I feel like it's going to shock you, whoever this person is that's coming towards you, or if you're coming towards them, it's definitely very shocking here with the Tower. I definitely get a lot of air sign energy, so Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, and also we have a lot of signs here, okay? So we have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. We also have Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. All right. Not a lot of fire sign. Maybe you're a fire sign. All right, let's see what else is here. Tell me about the Knight of Cups. So you will be dating this person. They are going to be pursuing you romantically. I see a lot of dates in the month of May, so expect that to be wined and dined. I see someone putting in a lot of effort romantically to woo you with the Knight of Cups here. It feels consistent, okay? Tell me about the Knight of Cups. Yeah, very, very consistent. Also, something is unraveling very quickly. It's like someone, you know, shoots their shot or makes a pass, and then you and this person are hanging out very often. You guys are communicating almost every day. There's a lot of momentum coming from this connection. Definitely starting really quickly and moving really quickly. All right, Eight of Wands. Definitely really good with communication, whoever this person is. They definitely are the type to call you every day or text you every day and keep in touch. So there's consistent communication here. All right, there's also this energy of intellectual property. So you and this person, you guys can talk about a plethora of things that kind of keep you guys very I want to say amused. So there's a little bit of humor here with the Knight of Cups and the Eight of Wands, like keeping each other laughing. But there also is really great conversation about just an array of topics. It doesn't always have to be flirtation. It can go into different topics at different times, and it feels like you and them are very amused or very interested. Like someone keeps you interested here. Someone keeps you on your toes with their dates. Okay, with the dates that you guys do. Yeah, this will become your comfort person. This has been a theme across all of the piles of just comfort, nostalgia. Something feels very familiar about this person, whether you already know them and now you guys are coming back together and doing it right, or if this is a new person, you get really acclimated and adapted to their energy, their lifestyle very quickly with that Eight of Wands. All right, you and this person definitely share similar interests or hobbies. So that's really cool. Yeah, this becomes your comfort person here. And I see a lot of laughter, a lot of playful energy. You and this person may have a very carefree energy with all these butterflies, okay? Like frivolity, I think is what it's called, where you're just kind of don't have a care in the world. You guys don't care how you look. You guys just have fun. You guys do very spontaneous things together. There's also an energy of butterfly effect. It takes someone shooting their shot that unlocks this new direction in love that you could be going in that you weren't expecting. All right, so look out for that. Now, let's get some messages about your love life in the month of May, what you need to know. All right, give me some messages for pile number 3. What do they need to know for their love life in the month of May 2026? Anything else that they need to know? Give me some messages, please. All right, you have the Two of Gabriel, and this card says, make bold and ambitious choices. Great progress is possible. Important relationships with people who share your vision. All right, so there definitely could be some ambitious projects, passions, opportunities that come between you and this person. Maybe even a joint business or financial venture. So look out for that, okay? But definitely dealing with someone that you guys are going to have a lot of adventure. You guys could travel a lot together. And there also is forward movement when it comes to the vision that you guys will share for your world, like what your world or your life looks like moving forward. Okay. I definitely feel like you and this person share a lot of interest in hobbies. So you guys could be doing a lot of things together. And there feels like there's future here. There's a big future where you guys will grow something together. And then you have the Nine of Michael. This card says your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome that you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. And that could be towards you or even this person. Feels like someone was really in their head before coming towards you or even before you come towards them. And so it's like release those feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. All right. That's what I have for you, pile number 3. Make sure to like the video before you go. Comment down below. Let me know what's going on with you. And also, guys, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed as of yet. If you would like your own personal love reading for the month of May, definitely check out my website. The link is in the description box down below.